Hey guys, so I am in my garage. I'm actually working on a project now, a DIY project, so I'm cutting up some stuff. But I wanted to address quickly a question that's been asked by a few people, and it's probably the most confusing concept to grasp when you're selling or buying a home, and that's appraisals. I was at my desk and I thought it'd be a good idea to use something else to explain the whole concept. Let me start from the beginning. If you know what an appraisal is, this might be too base level for you. Here I am here. Got a box of screws, okay? These are T25s. They are just really nice drivers. So you want to buy this box of screws from me. And we go back and forth, and I'm the one selling it. I'm the seller of this box of screws. You say you're gonna give me $50. I have a $50 bill in my wallet. Isn't that awesome? So you're giving me $50 for this box of screws. We go back and forth. We agree that $50 is a good price. You don't have the $50. So you ask mom and dad. You go, Mom, can I borrow 50 bucks? She's like, sure, what are you gonna do with it? And you say you're gonna buy this box of screws from your friend, okay? For $50. She said, yeah, that's great, but I just want to make sure that the money you spend on this is worth it. You know, maybe she doesn't really know how much a box of screws costs. So you call up Uncle John. And Uncle John comes over and he looks at the box of screws and he looks at other screws, a box of screws that are for sale around the neighborhood, or actually, like say he goes to different Home Depots and sees how much these box of screws go for at different stores, okay? He comes back and he says, hey, that's great, that's a nice box of screws, but I think it's worth closer to $20 because most of the places I go to sell that box of screws for $20. So then we have a problem. You agreed to give me $50, right? So I want 50 bucks. But you can only get what Uncle John says that it's worth because Uncle John calls your mom and dad and says, hey, it's only worth $20. So mom and dad tell you, we'll give you $20 to buy those screws, but we're not gonna give you 50 bucks because that's way too much. You can go to another place and get them for 20. This is the problem that happens during an appraisal. You agree to give a certain amount, but another party, an independent party, an appraiser, goes in and looks at comps or what the values are and finds out it's a different amount. So when this happens and we're apart, in this case we're apart $30, most of the time you can't get the bank or mom and dad to give you enough money to buy the house. So this is not a common problem, but it is a problem that happens. If a house is really nice, has some cool features, it gets competitive, there's a bunch of people throwing money at the sellers, and it bumps the price up to this 50 bucks, well, that's great. The seller is happy to get this much, but is it worth it? Is the market showing value to make that house worth that much? When this happens, there's many different things that can come into play. You can renegotiate the terms. I, as the person selling the box of screws, could say, you know what, fine, it is, I can't sell it for any more, so I'll take your 20 bucks and sell it to you. Or maybe I say, well, you said 50, and now you can get 20, can you come up with another 10, and I'll take 30. There's a lot that comes into play. That's why you have to have a really good agent that can work the numbers, that understands the market, so understands what your house is worth, and so what it would appraise for, and can help you if a problem like this occurs. It's not as common, like I said, but it does happen. Closed over 50 houses last year, and it happened one time where there was an issue with appraisal. Sometimes, which is another thing we could do, we can get a different opinion. Maybe Uncle John says it's worth 20, but then we talk to your aunt, and your aunt goes around and looks, and she said, well, I do think it's worth more than that. I think it's worth, I have money in my pocket, 40. So we have a different opinion. The appraiser justifies the cost. The bank says it's okay, and if the seller's okay, we can take 40. So there are things that can be done, but I hope that helps explain in a little different light of how appraisals work. I'd be happy to answer any more questions. You can give me a call anytime. My number is 614-795-7655. You can email me at Jeff Jeff at theColumbusAgent.com. And I'm on the interwebs. I'm on YouTube and I have a blog. Appreciate you guys for watching. Comment below if you have any questions, and thank you so much. Take care.